Why is it that globe believers refuse to do their own research? For Fred, it is because he denies God, and considers the Bible to be fantasy. Which is exactly what our public school heliocentric programming was designed to do: steal the minds of children and dumb them down, so they are easier to control as adults. Not really sure where I found Fred, but when I encounter people like Fred, I immediately go to their channel, to see their truth. For me, it's all about truth, debunking the heliocentric model, and debunking people like Fred, who are completely controlled by their childhood programming. If Fred could prove the globe, why does he resort to slander, instead of proving the globe or at the least debunking flat Earth? My personal opinion is that Fred clings to his childhood heliocentric programming, and never feels the need to prove the globe model on his own. And I guess that's fine, until you start trolling flat Earth, and verbally denying it without ever debunking it. And it doesn't help Fred when he has 0 globe proofs on his trolling station. Over the past 3 days, Fred has made dozens of overly triggered, slander-filled comments, after I called him on his globe claims. Fred shows he's controlled by his childhood public school indoctrination, which he has fully embraced. Now add a lifetime of daily reinforcement, through all media channels, TV, news, movies, advertising, and Fred is 100% locked in. And the thing is, Fred was never ever shown proof for the globe model, it was all childhood programming. Fred is really triggered by flat Earth, due to the fact he can't disprove it, so Fred resorts to slandering people, and hoping they will just go away. This childish behavior shows Fred as a triggered faith believer, in a model he can't prove. So Fred is not a truther by any stretch of the imagination. Fred, it's time you calm down, and stop slandering people you can't debunk. Start doing your own research, try and prove the globe model on your own, it will lead you to a level plane.
The triggered dishonest flares that always tries to reverse the burden of proof. You flares pretend to do science and challenges the 3,000 years old scientific consensus that we live on a globe. Even a triggered stupid flare like you should understand that you have the burden of proof.
I resized and rotated Fred's globe proof, now let's see how big globe Earth would be. I have to say, Fred lives on a very tiny globe. And Fred thinks God and the Bible are fantasy? I'm thinking it's more likely Fred who is living in a fantasy, due to his public school heliocentric programming. Think about this: if Fred could actually debunk flat Earth, as easily as he believes, why did he not debunk a single video when he was on my channel? More than 270 videos to choose from, and instead Fred made the claim that the 200 proofs for a non-rotating Earth by Eric Dubé have all been debunked. Then Fred left my channel, without debunking Eric or myself. I find it kind of strange coming from a guy who claims there are no flat Earth proofs.
You have not been able to debunk any of my videos with evidence for a globe, silly liar. One, I have sharp horizon eclipse, only possible on a globe. Two, I have Foucault's pendulum whose precession is only possible on a globe. Three, I have images from space showing a spherical Earth, only possible on a globe. 4. I have old model flight clips where the horizon gets further away the higher the model airplane is, only possible on a globe. Five. I have clouds lit from below just before sunrise or after sunset, only possible on a globe.
Hey guys, Rob Skiba here with another testingtheglobe.com short video. So, if you've been following some of my other videos, I've been showing how I believe the sun and moon work over the flat earth model and taking advantage of the fact that the atmosphere is full of moisture and that it is acting like a lens. I've done a number of videos, and one of the questions that has come up a number of times actually is, how is it that the clouds can be lit from underneath? Now, in the spinning heliocentric globe model, it's essentially explained that as the Earth is rolling away from the sun, as it's spinning, it rolls such that the sun is at a much lower angle, and because of that angle, the sun is shining up, and the sun rays are hitting the bottom of the clouds. So when you show people the model of the sun going around in a parallel path above the circle of the Earth, they say, well, in that situation, the sun is above the clouds, and so how could it possibly illuminate the bottom of the clouds when it's doing that? So I decided to take up that challenge and see if I could figure that out based on what I had learned in my previous experiments. And so I got one of these stick-em-up LED lights. You kind of push the button, it's got 3 little LED lights inside, and I taped it up so only one of the LED lights is showing, and stuck it on a box and put it on the table with my trusty plastic lens set up here. And I took my stand that I was using for the sun and moon and just set it up right here on top of these little Tupperware things. And I was thinking, okay, so let's just say the bottom of this little stand here represents the bottom of the clouds. And so as you can see here, the light is way above, it's well above what would be the bottom of the clouds in this example. So let's see what happens. I turned off the lights and set my iPhone to record, and I'm showing myself here recording all of this with another camera, and I pulled the light back on the table, and watch what happens here. Ooh, check it out. There's that refraction taking place again. It's got the light. It made the sun set, first of all, below the horizon in this case. And let's just show, this is just the iPhone view. I'm going to bring the cloud in here, and the platform represents the bottom of the clouds. So the sun's going down, and ooh, there it is. The bottom of the clouds illuminated by a light source that's well above the clouds, moving parallel over a flat surface. So apparently it's possible for the sun to illuminate the bottom of the clouds even on the flat Earth model.
Triggered, you have nothing more than straw man of the globe position, lack of knowledge, brainwash and extreme stupidity.
I'm pretty sure Fred won't debunk flat Earth or try to prove the globe because he may have to admit to a creator.